Manchester United won, Brentford 0. After Sunday's defeat, we bounced back in the Premier League, Kenny. 3 points at Old Trafford, just what the doctor ordered, but a bit of a strange game there at times.
Bit of a strange game, and Brentford came with a great record. They've only lost one in the last 16, but the way that we started off, I thought was excellent. I really did. Varane and Martinez played a very high line, and as soon as Tony and his partner and we got the ball, they were straight in on them, and all of a sudden we were pressing from the high level. Within the first 2 minutes, I think we had 2 corners. We was outstanding. We was excellent, and we were moving the ball well. They like to defend with 3 at the back and play with the 5. The 2 lads, the 2 wingers play high, but the 2 backs, the wing backs play high. But Delors and Anthony pinned him right back on the other side. Shaw before he went off, and Sancho. I thought they were good. I thought Sancho and Anthony played a part tonight. The first touch was very good, but what they did was they pressed the opposition right backs, the right back and left back. They never got at their own half. They very, very rarely got at their own half in the first half, Brentford. And what you have to do with Brentford is keep them away from your own line, because they're very good at corners, they're very good at set plays, and they never got a sniff anywhere near anything. They never got a sniff. And we got up to, Rashford. Rashford looked good. I thought everybody in the first half, I thought McTominay was a bit quiet, but nobody seemed to do anything wrong in the first half. I thought we were all steady. We was all above average. Our possession stats were 73% against their 37%. But that's how Brentford play. Brentford play with, on average, 30% possession every game. And they use that effectively, because when they do get the ball, they rely heavily on set pieces and corners, and they do well. But I thought from a Manchester United point of view, I thought the first half it was good. It's as good as I've seen as in a long time. Our passing accuracy was around 90%. We had, I think it was 12 attempts on goal against the 2 in the first half. So we were looking good. And the goal, Rashford took his goal very well. It was very well made. Excellent. Second half, we come out. And there was always going to be a time in the game when that Brentford got in it. There had to be a time. And all of a sudden, we were starting to look just a little bit shaky. They were starting, and Delors and Anthony had done well in the first half, and Malacia and Sancho. They weren't quite as effective. So we weren't quite as effective down the wings and down the flanks. So they was getting into the game a lot more. Then, as we saw the weekend, when we thought the game was drifting away from people, they brought the substitutes on it. And at 60 minutes, he brought 3 substitutes on. And it kind of changed the game a little bit from the point of view that they changed their options. Within 2 minutes of them coming on, I think it was Shabby. He went one-on-one with, Peter Schmeichel, because that was almost Peter Schmeichel. Like. The same was Peter Schmeichel of old. He sat there, took one for the team. He'll be aching tonight in other parts, but
people say he's not brave as well. That's one thing he's been criticised for, not being brave.
No, it was excellent. Put it on the line. Excellent, because he did what he had to do. He did what he had to do, and that's what the head does. So then all of a sudden they start to get into the game. They get a bit more possession. They're having a few more attempts, and I think at around 65, 70 minutes. The attempts we had 4 attempts and they had 3 attempts. So you could see they was slowly but surely getting into the game. And then the next thing, Ten Hag decides to make a couple of changes. He brought Martial on for Sancho. He brought Fred on for Sabitzer. Surprised me in a way, because I was impressed with both Sabitzer and Sancho tonight. I thought the first touch was good. I thought Sancho was creative where he could be. And what we saw different from when we see Vegas on the field, we are a lot more creative. We was a lot more creative tonight, without making clear-cut chances. But we did look a lot better. We moved the ball around better. So he brings Martial on, he brings Fred on. But then I think the manager again made 2 more changes. So they made 5 changes altogether in the game. So they was going for it. And then as we was kind of trying, I think Ten Hag got a little bit worried then. He got a little bit worried. And where we'd been doing the high line and the high press early on, we were sitting back a little bit more. But I've got to say, I thought Varane and Martinez were absolutely outstanding. Outstanding. The first half in the high line, they never let the forwards turn on them. They were straight in. They made the tempo of the game. In the second half, particularly in that last 15 minutes, they put in the bottom. And to be fair to McTominay come up with 2 or 3 really good blocks in his own area. So I'll cut McTominay a little bit of slack. But tonight, overall, I thought that was good. Against a top team, you wouldn't win that game. Because we couldn't kill it off. We couldn't kill it off.
And I don't think Brentford were at their best this evening. I was expecting a little bit more from them, considering their form.
Especially creativity-wise. I expected more from Ivan Toney. And I've got to give credit to, I thought Anthony, apart from Anthony wants always be on match of the day for the goal of the month. But apart from that, he does, doesn't he? He had 5 attempts outside and, he's got confidence, the lad. So you can't knock that, take that out of him. But there was little touches today. Him and Sancho, I thought they were good. Bruno, second half, put some excellent balls through. It really did. It really put a shift in. So overall, I can't criticise any one individual. Not at all. I thought it was a good, solid team performance. You saw tonight as well, West Ham were taken to the sword by Newcastle 5-1. And I said at the weekend, you will not kick Newcastle into that top 3. You will not kick them into that top 3. Everton did us a favour, as they thought they would. But we've now got some real momentum again. I thought Martial looked strong tonight, He looked strong. So hopefully he can stay fit. Once we get Casemiro and Eriksen back, we've then got far more options in midfield. You can forget Maguire. You might as well send him, give him his sandals now and then go on the beach. He'll not start again this season. No, he won't start again. There'll have to be some catastrophe for him to start again, because Varane and Martinez, outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Yeah, going forward, holding the line, defensively, awesome. Absolutely awesome. No, it was. I think definitely, we needed that tonight.
Oh, massively.
United, didn't we?
Massively. I mean, I think if we'd have said before the game, considering how we've been playing recently, considering the game at the weekend, considering the opponent as well, we'd have just said 1-0. Difficult game. We'll rip your hand off, no problem. Because we just need the points, need the momentum.
That was it. And I think now, I can't see it. Everton. We know that Everton will sit back. Everton will sit back and they'll let us on the counter. Well, if Varane and Martinez play anything like, they won't get anywhere near our goal. They won't. The lad that does all the creativity for Everton got sent off the other night, so he's not going to be playing. So I think Everton will Everton will turn up for a 0-0. I do. I think Sean Dash will take a 0-0 now.
Well, and set pieces. So
definitely. No, without a doubt, they're not going to come and attack us because we'll absolutely tear them apart. We will tear Everton apart. But what we've got to do, we've just got to be that little bit more clinical in front of goal. And I would like to see Martial, I'll not say starting, but let's see more of Martial there, because Martial's the lad who can get you the goals in difficult situations. But overall, no, I was impressed tonight. I was in comparison to what we've seen. If they continue like that and we get Eriksen and we get Casemiro back, then we will make top 4 without a doubt.
Yeah, there you go. There you go, guys. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. And on to the weekend. We're out of there. 3 points. Get in. Come on. We're out of here. Peace. Get in.